So, you have a very decorated room for a place that is often seen as kind of transient. Like, people usually don't live here more than 3 years, but you have really decorated your room to the max. Can you tell me kind of your thinking behind why you decided to do that?
Yeah. So there's this phrase in Amharic, one of the many languages of Ethiopia, the language I grew up speaking. And it's basically the only thing that doesn't end in this life is a mother's love. And with that understanding, even if I was at iHouse for 2 years, even a year, even a week, even a day, I think I would take the time to make it beautiful to me and to design it and curate it in a way that I think is soothing for my mind.
Can you tell me a specific part of your room that you find especially like soothing?
Yeah, so some people walk into my room and say that it's overstimulating. Um, and they're like, no corner of it is soothing. But I think the New York subway is overstimulating, and walking down Times Square is very overstimulating. I think the 360 look around of my room is soothing to me because I designed every inch of it. Like, everything is there because I consciously thought this thing should go there. And a week later, if I wanted to move it, I would move it. So oftentimes we're taking in the stimuli from the outside, but we oftentimes don't project our inner consciousness onto our space. But a room, a place that you call your own, is an opportunity to do that. So whenever I look around, it reminds me of a person, a story, a time, a feeling. All of it is like walking around in my brain. And our brain can only hold so much, so it's nice to let the space around us take a load off of us.
Is there anything in your room that reminds you of when you were a kid?
Yeah, so in one of the corners is a huge clay bowl filled with coffee, roasted coffee that I hand roasted. And turns out coffee is a really great deodorizer. Like, you don't need a scented candle because actually it's kind of bad for you to um, inhale combustion all the time, especially in a small room like this. But coffee and the smell of it reminds me of Saturday mornings at home, and it's a beautiful smell. It usually is accompanied by my mom forcing me to clean, but still, the smell of coffee takes me back.
Do you have people in large groups in your room frequently?
I don't, a couple of times, but um, I want to throw a party. I want to throw a party in there, like a larger one. Um, but yeah, sometimes people come to visit, and I tell them to sit down, enjoy some food, enjoy a drink, enjoy a snack, hang out, find a corner that you think is comfortable, and um, lay your worries down for a second. Get cozy.
Yeah, you have thrown a couple parties slash events since I've been at iHouse with you. Can you tell me a little bit about bringing your home to other people?
Yeah. So, growing up in Texas, um, being Ethiopian served as a kind of cocoon for me against all of the challenges that come with being a young black kid growing up in the American South. And so I would go to Texas public schools and would hear nothing about my home country of Ethiopia. And then I would go home, and my dad would cite biblical scripture from the Ethiopian Orthodox Church and uh, talk to me about the paintings around our house that depicted Ethiopian saints and Ethiopian angels, or angels designed in an Ethiopian way. And my mom would sit me down and teach me and my younger brother the alphabet, 1 hour every day of every summer. And there was this dissonance between the world that existed in my mind and what Texas public schools was creating in my imagination. And so over time, I began to develop, as many Ethiopians in the diaspora do, this world that's outside of what the West and America and its media and its propaganda creates. And fortunately, I'm in a position to try and share that world with other people, with other members of the Ethiopian diaspora who also have this world in their minds. The beauty and the vibrancy and the dynamicism of what we call Ethiopian culture, Habesha culture, in our minds, but that other people maybe haven't been exposed to. So the events, the Ethiopian jazz, coffee events, have all been an attempt to let us in the diaspora feel a little bit at home. Let us be the ones to dictate the vibration or the energy in a space, even if it's just for a little while. And it's not because we need it. We've gone our entire lives where Ethiopian culture, Habesha culture, isn't the dominant energy, especially in the American South, but anywhere in the US and in the West. But these events have been an attempt to do that, not only for us, but for the global culture that exists in New York.
That was really beautiful. I think I'm going to end there. Is there anything else you want to say?
Yeah. The things around my room come from around the world. There are posters that are taken from the streets of Germany, and a tapestry made by a Sri Lankan artist, and Chinese calligraphy on the walls, and Indian umbrellas, and Turkish magazines, so many different things. And so it's about sharing myself and the culture to the world, but also learning from the world. It's a big planet, and so many beautiful corners, nooks and crannies that have their own beauty and vibrancy and dynamicism that can teach me so much. And that has been what my life has been about thus far, and I hope it continues to be that way.
Amazing. Thank you so much.